Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great week. I wanted to talk about on the More You Know today on the interest rates. It's a very sensitive topic. We actually talked about it today in our Brea Placentia Caravan. It's an ongoing kind of an epidemic, I would want to call it, or a conversation that everybody needs to be aware of. So I wanted to just go ahead and make broad statements on where the interest rate is going and what everybody needs to be looking out for, and maybe realize the direction that everything's going. So if you have been watching the market, and I highly recommend to follow Bloomberg or follow the market, the bond, the Federal Reserves, if you're in the industry or in the market to buy a home, or you're looking to refinance, or if you're serving the clients that are going to buy a home or refinance. Because if you look at what the Federal Reserves have done, they have been raising interest rates, yes, and they're expecting to raise interest rates even more. If you go and read or listen to what the chairman for the Federal Reserves is saying, is they're saying the reason for the rate hike is they want to make sure that the market doesn't heat up too much to where it causes inflation. So the whole purpose of them raising the rates is trying to avoid the inflation. Do we have a bubble? They don't believe that we have a bubble, but that's why they're raising the rates to where it has to be, and they're balancing out the market. What I want to say to all of the general consumers out there and realtors and loan officers and anybody that's in this industry is this. Rates are continuing to rise. They're going to continue to go up. Gone are the days of 3% or even 4% interest rate on a 30-year fixed rate. I'm talking about 30-year fixed rate. So a couple of things. Nobody can quote an exact interest rate and tell you exactly what your rate's going to be until they actually have your loan application. There's so many different factors that need to be taken into consideration when we are quoting you an interest rate, okay? So when you're getting a quote, whether it's online or over the phone or with a loan officer, it's usually the roundabout figure of where it will be if you were to lock in your interest rate that day. That's number one. Number two, unless you have an NMLS license, you cannot quote interest rates. So when you're talking to your realtors and you're asking your realtors for interest rates, and it makes sense because they are your first point of contact, and they're out there showing you properties. They're out there telling you what the price of the home is, and of course you want to know what your payment's going to be, and what are the three variables of coming up with a payment: how much you're borrowing, what term you're going with, and what your interest rate's going to be. And that gives you what your monthly payment's going to be, right? So I have recently I have a lot of people that either come into my office or get on the phone, and they're so focused on interest rate. My first question is, have you gone out and found a property? Because right now you're not able to go into an escrow right away. And they're like, no, I haven't found a property. So you're basically shopping for an interest rate. Whatever you're quoted today is not guaranteed tomorrow. It's not even guaranteed this afternoon, because we don't know where the market is going to be. Now, it's been volatile. It's been creeping up. So I want to really get the message out there. If you're in the market and you have been pre-approved by your lenders out there, whether it's a bank or a direct lender or broker, and you've been quoted an interest rate, do not hold on to that interest rate, because that's not the rate that's good today. And you can't call up another lender and say, such and such company quoted me this interest rate, I want that rate. Because the first question that lender is going to ask you is, when did they quote you that rate? Even if it was yesterday, you're not comparing apples to apples. So your realtors cannot quote you an interest rate. If you have a realtor that's quoting you an interest rate, make sure they have an NMLS license, because they should not be quoting interest rate. All my agents that I work with, they're really good. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. They know to stay in their lane. They always make sure that I stay in my lane, and together we bring a loan together, and actually closes with very little stress. So they usually will say, look, my area of expertise is finding you a home, finding you the right home for you and your family, what you need, making sure doing all the due diligence and making sure that everything works and you got a good product. And then they will hand you over to the lender, in that case me, And then I would answer all the financing questions, the payment questions, the interest rates, and all of that. That way it's coming from me, and I have quoted it, and I've looked up the pricing. I can tell you where it's at, and I've done the proper disclosures to you as to where the market's going and what it should be. So unless they have an NMLS license, they should not be quoting you interest rates. That's number one. Always go to your lender. If you have any financing questions, what is my interest rate? What is my payment? How long is the term? What are my options? Can I do an adjustable rate? Can I get a down payment assistance? I need help with funding. I have a jumbo loan. Whatever it might be, you've got to talk to your lender directly and get the information from them. Otherwise, you're going to run into situations where you think your payment's going to be. What our biggest issue right now is, consumers go and get pre-approved, and let's say they're pre-approved for $600,000. They're gonna put down $100,000. They know what their payment is, but it takes them about 2 to 3 months to actually go out there and find the property, and they kind of get stuck on the payment. And then once they find the property, they go into escrow, and next thing they're like, wait, the rates went up. So stay connected. I do a really good job on a weekly basis, and I'll talk to my clients. How's your house hunting going? Do you need me to run any new payment scenarios for you? Understand the rates are going up. But a lot of people, I was using a scenario earlier today, somebody said you can sell your home between 400 to 450. And I looked at the other person and I said, what do you think stuck in their head? Of course, 450 is what's stuck in their head, because that was going to work in their favor. Same thing, if you were to ask me for an interest rate and I quoted an interest rate between X amount to the X amount, which one will stick in your head? Probably the lower one, right? Because that's the one that you want in your head. I get it. We're consumers. I'm a consumer too. And we want the lower interest rate, but they're going up. And we need to mentally be prepared. Gone are the days of 3% and low 4% interest rate. Now, jumbo loans, you're able to get a little bit lower rate. You are able to get really good rates on adjustable rate mortgages. So look at your options. There are tons of options out there. But I just wanted to really address the rate issue, and I wanted to address the payment issue. Realtors, if you have a client that's been looking for a little bit, I think we need to get them on the phone, do a 3-way conference call. Get your buyer and your lender on the phone, and all 3 of you get on the phone and make sure that they're good with their monthly payment, okay? And the interest rate and everything else, and that their lender is actually doing a good job of explaining where the direction the market's going, the direction the rates are going, and everything else that they're comfortable with. Biggest issue we're running into is consumers going into escrow and then finding out their payment might have changed a little bit because the rates changed. And so let's save everybody the pain and the heartache and the stress, and let's do the educational part of it. Hey, this is the direction the market's going. This is the direction the rates are going. And if it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since you've talked to your lender, get on the phone with your lender, talk to them. If you ever want to brainstorm, and if you ever want to pick my brain, I come from the days of adjustable rate mortgages in the 90s. That's all we did at Home Savings of America for a while there. I think World Savings was the one that was actually really popular for that. But Home Savings of America, we did a lot of ARMs. I know all the insides and outsides of an ARM loan and how it works and how it adjusts. I think I did a video on that before. But just keep that in mind. I wanted to bring that to the surface, and I wanted to talk about something because it's a very sensitive topic. Lenders are getting killed on the interest rate dilemma, and obviously realtors, I feel bad for you guys because you've got consumers that and it's not, I don't expect the consumers to know, and that's why we're doing these videos. That's why we're doing the educational stuff. I want to let them know out there that we're here. Talk to your lenders, stay informed. That's the biggest thing. If you stay informed on the interest rate and know which directions it's going for, then it's not going to come as a surprise to you. All right. Hopefully this was not a rambling video. Hopefully it made some sense to you. It's middle of the week. The week is almost over. I'm not working this weekend, so I'm just going to put it out there. I worked every weekend in September, so I'm taking this weekend off. But hope you guys are going to go out there and have a great day. But you know what weekend off means to me? I'm still on an electronic leash, and you guys can find me. So you can text or call 949 949-307-2292. Hi, Lance. Thank you. 949-307-2292. Hope you guys are having a great day. You know what? Today I'm driving to the caravan and it started raining. And I was like, we're in California. We still did our the meeting outside. I was hoping no salt and sugar showed up so they wouldn't melt, because Matt made a big deal about, you're not sugar, you're not gonna melt. Well, it didn't. It just drizzled a little, enough to make my white car look dirty. Now I have to drive through a car wash and wash my car. So the weather got weird. It feels like I'm in Miami, which is cool. So hopefully it will not rain this afternoon. If it does, stay dry. It's humid. It feels humid to me. So anyway, have a great day, you guys. Go be great humans, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.